It's 2015. The world is on the cusp of a new era of viral sensations, where a single song or dance can catapult an ordinary person to global stardom. Social media is gaining momentum, connecting people across continents and cultures in unprecedented ways. The digital landscape is ripe for a phenomenon, a spark that will ignite a global dance craze. Little did anyone know that spark was about to be lit. Before TikTok, before viral dances ruled our lives, dominating our feeds and influencing every aspect of pop culture, there was a different kind of internet virality brewing. A time when the platforms were simpler, the algorithms less sophisticated, and the potential for organic reach was immense. It was a moment where anyone, anywhere, could create something that resonated with the world. In the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, a teenager with a dream and a passion for music was about to change everything. He spent hours crafting beats and lyrics in his bedroom, fueled by ambition and a desire to share his unique sound with the world. With a simple click, he uploads a song to SoundCloud, a platform known for discovering emerging talent. His name? Ricky Lamar Hawk, Silentó, a name that would soon be synonymous with a dance craze that swept the globe. A young man with a vision, ready to take on the world, one beat at a time. He was an artist on the rise, eager to make his mark on the music industry. The song? Watch Me, Whip Nae Nae. A catchy, upbeat track with simple yet infectious dance moves that anyone could learn. It was more than just a song, it was an invitation to join a global party. The Whip and Nae Nae became instant sensations, sparking countless videos and imitations. It wasn't just a song, it was a cultural phenomenon waiting to explode. The beat was infectious, the lyrics were simple, and the dance moves were easy to imitate. It was the perfect recipe for a viral sensation, a song that would transcend borders and unite people through the power of dance. It was a global dance craze. From schoolyards to weddings, from sporting events to family gatherings, everyone was doing the Whip and Nae Nae. The dance became a universal language, a way for people to connect and express themselves through movement and rhythm. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated joy that spread like wildfire across the internet. Everyone joined in. Kids, grandparents, entire families embraced the dance, creating heartwarming videos that showcased the song's ability to bring people together. It was a multi-generational phenomenon, proving that music and dance could bridge the gap between young and old. Even politicians, eager to connect with younger audiences, couldn't resist the allure of the Whip and Nae Nae. They were seen attempting the dance at rallies and public events, further solidifying its place in popular culture. It was a testament to the song's widespread appeal and its ability to transcend political divides. The track exploded, rocketing up the charts and dominating airwaves. It became the anthem of the summer, played at every party and blasted from every car window. The song's infectious energy was undeniable, and its popularity seemed to grow exponentially with each passing day. Climbing to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, a remarkable achievement for a young artist who had only just begun his journey. The song's success was a testament to its undeniable appeal and its ability to connect with audiences on a global scale. It was a moment of triumph for Silentó, a validation of his talent and hard work. And racking up nearly 2 billion YouTube views, a staggering number that solidified its place as one of the most viral videos of all time. The video became a cultural touchstone, a symbol of the internet's power to create global sensations. It was a testament to the song's enduring appeal and its ability to capture the zeitgeist of a generation. Silentó was everywhere, his face plastered on magazine covers, his music playing on every radio station, his dance moves imitated by millions around the world. He became an overnight sensation, a household name, a symbol of the power of the internet to transform ordinary people into global superstars. Ellen, BET Awards, the biggest stages in entertainment beckoned, eager to showcase the young talent who had captured the world's attention. He performed his hit song on national television, further solidifying his place in the pop culture pantheon. It was a whirlwind of appearances and performances, a testament to his newfound fame and success. World tours. He embarked on a global journey, performing his music for adoring fans in packed stadiums and concert halls. He traveled the world, experiencing different cultures and connecting with people through the universal language of music and dance. It was a dream come true for the young artist, a chance to share his talent with the world. He had a major record deal and the world at his feet. The music industry embraced him, recognizing his potential and offering him the resources to further his career. He signed a lucrative record deal, securing his future and solidifying his place among the stars. It was a moment of triumph, a culmination of years of hard work and dedication. For 3 minutes, everyone was part of a global flash mob, united by the infectious rhythm and simple dance moves of Watch Me, Whip, Nae Nae. It was a moment of collective joy, a reminder of the power of music and dance to bring people together. The world became a dance floor, and everyone was invited to participate. Silentó became the face of pure, infectious joy, a symbol of the internet's ability to create global sensations and unite people through the power of music and dance. He was the embodiment of youthful exuberance, a reminder that anything is possible with hard work and a little bit of luck. But behind the scenes, the speed of his rise was dizzying, a whirlwind of appearances, performances, and media attention that could overwhelm even the most seasoned performer. The pressure to maintain his success and live up to the expectations of the world began to take its toll. One day he was a high schooler, navigating the challenges of adolescence and dreaming of a future in music. He was just a regular kid with big aspirations, trying to balance his studies with his passion for creating music. The next, an international star, thrust into the spotlight and expected to handle the pressures of fame and fortune with grace and maturity. The transition was abrupt and overwhelming, leaving him struggling to adapt to his new reality. There's no manual for overnight fame, no guidebook to navigate the treacherous waters of celebrity. The sudden influx of attention and expectations can be disorienting, leaving young stars feeling lost and vulnerable. No training for the pressure, attention, or sudden wealth that comes with viral success. The constant scrutiny of the media, the relentless pursuit of the paparazzi, and the burden of managing newfound riches can be overwhelming even for the most grounded individuals. For Silentó, the spotlight was blinding, its intense glare obscuring the path ahead and making it difficult to see clearly. The constant attention and pressure began to weigh heavily on his young shoulders, and it cast a long dark shadow, obscuring the joy and excitement that had once defined his journey. The weight of fame began to chip away at his spirit, leaving him feeling isolated and alone. The world saw the dance, the infectious energy, and the joyful celebration that Watch Me, Whip, Nae Nae inspired. They saw the smiles, the laughter, and the sense of community that the song created, but not the toll it took on the young man behind the music, the struggles he faced as he navigated the complexities of fame and fortune. The world only saw the surface, unaware of the challenges and pressures that lay beneath. His success was a rocket launch, a meteoric rise to the top that defied expectations and shattered records. He soared to unimaginable heights, propelled by the power of the internet and the unwavering support of his fans. But no one saw the crash coming, the inevitable fall that often follows such a rapid ascent. The pressures of fame, the weight of expectations, and the lack of support systems can lead to a devastating downfall. The world wanted to dance, to celebrate, to lose themselves in the infectious rhythm of Watch Me, Whip, Nae Nae. They wanted to experience the joy and freedom that the song represented. But Silentó was struggling to keep up, to maintain the facade of happiness and success while battling his own inner demons. The weight of the world was on his shoulders, and he was struggling to carry the burden alone. Fame in the digital age is instant, a fleeting moment of glory that can disappear as quickly as it arrives. The internet is a fickle mistress, quick to embrace and just as quick to abandon, and unforgiving. The media can be relentless, quick to criticize and eager to tear down those who have risen to the top. The spotlight can be harsh and unforgiving, exposing every flaw and magnifying every mistake. The joy of Watch Me masked a growing storm, a brewing tempest of personal struggles and mental health challenges that threatened to consume him. The bright facade of success hid a darker reality, a battle that Silentó was fighting in silence. And as the world danced, oblivious to the struggles of the young man who had created the soundtrack to their joy, Silentó's world was crumbling around him. The dance continued, but the music was fading. Silentó's troubles were just beginning, a dark chapter in his life that would test his resilience and challenge his very existence. The road ahead would be long and arduous, filled with obstacles and uncertainties. Fame, a fickle mistress, can vanish as quickly and unexpectedly as it arrives, leaving behind an echoing silence where once there was thunderous applause. The transition from celebrated icon to forgotten name can be jarring, a harsh awakening to the transient nature of popularity. After the explosive success of Watch Me, Silentó found himself under immense pressure to recreate that initial magic. The music industry, with its relentless demands for the next big hit, can be unforgiving. He struggled to recapture the viral lightning in a bottle that had catapulted him to stardom. The bright spotlight that once illuminated his every move began to dim, casting long shadows as real-life challenges surfaced, demanding attention and taking a heavy toll. The adulation of fans faded, replaced by the stark reality of personal struggles. In January 2021, a devastating tragedy struck, sending shockwaves through his family and the wider community. Silentó was arrested in connection with the murder of his cousin, Frederick Rooks, a crime that would forever alter the course of his life and the lives of those around him. The arrest sent ripples of disbelief and sorrow. The world watched in stunned silence as the news broke, struggling to reconcile the image of the vibrant young dancer with the grim reality of the accusations. The joyful teen, once celebrated for his infectious energy and viral dance moves, was now at the center of a heartbreaking crime, a stark contrast to the carefree image he had cultivated. The legal proceedings unfolded under the intense glare of media scrutiny. As the case progressed, it revealed a deeper, more complex narrative. Silentó's long and arduous battle with mental health, a struggle that had remained largely hidden from the public eye. His family, grappling with the unfolding tragedy, described him as deeply unwell, highlighting the severity of his mental state in the years leading up to the incident. They pleaded for understanding, emphasizing that he was not the villain the sensational headlines suggested, but a young man desperately in need of help. In 2024, after a period of legal proceedings and mental health evaluations, Silentó was sentenced to life in prison, a decision that marked a somber conclusion to a tragic chapter. The sentence included the possibility of parole after 30 years, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness of his situation. A life was tragically lost, a family irrevocably shattered by grief and loss, their lives forever altered by the events that transpired, and another young life effectively ended, confined within the walls of a prison cell, a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of untreated mental illness and the complexities of fame. The story became a stark and cautionary tale, a reminder of the urgent need for greater awareness, understanding, and resources for mental health support, especially among young people navigating the pressures of fame and success. The world danced to his song, celebrating his talent and energy, but tragically missed his silent cries for help, a poignant reminder that behind the smiles and the fame, there can be hidden struggles and silent suffering. To truly understand the tragic trajectory of Silentó's fall from grace, we need to look beyond the headlines and the catchy tunes. We have to delve into the complexities of his life, the pressures he faced, and the internal battles he fought. You have to see the person, the vulnerable human being, behind the carefully constructed persona of Silentó, the overnight sensation. It's a story of talent, opportunity, and ultimately, a system that failed to protect one of its own. Ricky Hawk's story began far from the bright lights of the stage. He grew up facing significant challenges, grappling with trauma and loss that would shape his worldview and leave lasting scars. Even before the whirlwind of fame descended upon him, Ricky was battling the insidious forces of depression and anxiety, struggles that would only be exacerbated by the pressures of the spotlight. These pre-existing conditions made him particularly vulnerable to the pitfalls of sudden stardom. The overnight explosion of "Watch Me, Whip Nae Nae" catapulted him into a world he was ill-prepared for. This sudden stardom only amplified his existing struggles, magnifying his anxieties and pushing him further into isolation. The music industry, often driven by short-term gains, prioritized profit over the well-being of its artists, especially young and impressionable ones. The focus was on capitalizing on his viral success, not nurturing his mental health. Silentó was thrust headfirst into a dizzying world of unimaginable wealth and relentless attention, a stark contrast to the life he had known before. He was surrounded by the trappings of success, but lacked the support system he desperately needed. But beneath the surface, behind the carefully crafted image, he was slowly unraveling, struggling to cope with the immense pressure and the overwhelming changes in his life. The weight of expectations became unbearable. In an attempt to cope with the mounting pressure, he became over-medicated and increasingly isolated, further exacerbating his mental health issues. The very tools meant to help him became instruments of his downfall. He described feeling numb and detached from reality, disconnected from his own emotions and the world around him. The vibrant energy that had once defined him was slowly fading away. The constant pressure to maintain an upbeat and energetic persona masked the deep pain he was experiencing, forcing him to hide his true feelings from the world. He became trapped in a cycle of pretense and denial. And as the chart-topping hits began to fade and the spotlight shifted elsewhere, his life spiraled further out of control, leading him down a dark and destructive path. Erratic behavior and a series of legal troubles soon followed, painting a grim picture of a young man in crisis, desperately crying out for help. Tragically, these warning signs were largely ignored or misinterpreted by those closest to him, those who should have been his support system. His pleas for help went unanswered. His story serves as a stark and cautionary tale, a reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked fame and the importance of mental health support. It highlights the fact that viral fame, without a strong foundation of support and guidance, can be a recipe for disaster, particularly for young people who are already vulnerable. We are quick to celebrate the achievements of young stars, reveling in their talent and success, but we often fail to adequately protect them from the immense weight of their own success, leaving them vulnerable to the pressures and pitfalls of the industry. We must do better. Silentó tried to tell the world he was in pain. In interviews and statements from jail, he spoke openly about his struggles with mental illness and disconnection. "I've been hurting all this time," he admitted, describing battles with bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and heavy medication. His words revealed a young man lost in the chaos of fame, desperate for real help. The industry and the world missed the warning signs, dismissing his pain as celebrity antics. His story is a reminder: when someone says they're suffering, we need to listen. Mental illness is real, and ignoring it can have tragic consequences. Silentó's story is a lesson for every young artist. Fame is fleeting. It should never be your only goal. Financial planning and real support matter more than viral hits. The music industry must prioritize mental health, not just profit. For artists, seeking help is strength, not weakness. Build your life on self-care, smart planning, and true connections. Silentó's rise and fall is a warning. Behind every viral sensation is a human being. When the music stops, only your foundation remains.